Hi guys, and welcome back to Reads Readers with your host, Clinton. Read, and ignore the fact that there's quite a bit of lighting issues right now. Trying to see what this light bringing up would do. I know if it's sitting here, there's like a sort of glare there. Wonder if I position my books there. I don't know. Trial and error, guys. Trial and error. Also, what do y'all think of how I positioned my books this time? Let us back up just a little bit. Ooh. Like the which books are on point? Okay. And ignore the fact that I'm fat as fuck. Today, I'm going to share with you my January wrap-up and my February I'm currently reading. So, in the month of January, give me my trusty binder, where I am now listing every book that I read and color coding it, and then more details. And then my 5-star books of the year, I'm selecting only 3 a month. And they're going to go here, and that's going to help me with the end of the year spread. That was just a little bit of bullet journal spread. But first book of the year, I received an ARC for my most anticipated read of the year. And that was Killing November. I don't know if you could really see the cover on this, but Killing November is by Adriana Mather. Comes out March 26th, I think. Hold on. I've got my list of my anticipated reads. See? My list of anticipated reads and when I need a pre-order. Killing November, March 26th. And Killing November is about this girl named November who at one point someone calls her Nova, and I am really obsessed with Nova. So I call her Nova. And it's all about this secret society kind of spy school. And that's all I really want people going into it knowing. Because there are so many twists and turns and stuff that will have your brain going, girl, I can't believe that fucking happened. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. But yeah, obviously 5 out of 5 stars. You can't see behind me. My entire How to Hang a Witch series. Paperback, hardback, Spanish copy. Oh, which I didn't get to show in my haul video, which I don't know if my haul video is going up before this or after this or what's the thing. But I didn't get to show the Spanish cover. Is that not stunning? Can we talk about how stunning that is? I forgot because it was already put away behind me and yada yada. And then you've got the lovely British. But we're not going to a bookshelf tour, which you may or may not get this month. Who knows? But 5 out of 5 stars. I want everyone to go into it blind. It's one of those books that if you go in blind, you'll really enjoy the atmosphere, the characters, and stuff like that. And there are 2 characters in the book that I know are not necessarily outed as a couple, but they are my OTP lesbian couple. And everyone knows I'm not a big lesbian fan, but Inez and Arya are life, and I want more of them and can't wait till book 2. I can't wait to own the book and read it 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 and then see about getting a new copy of it and another copy and having multiple copies of it, just like How to Hang a Witch, because Adriana Mather, blah 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 blah. I'm rambling. Let's stop. And the next book I finished for a book club. I want to say it's Muggles and something. Lee Nicole on here hosts it. It might be the Marauders Book Club. Yeah, it's the Marauders Book Club. And they're reading graphic novels. And I rented this one from my app on my phone from the library. And I started off the year with my first 5-star book, and second book being the worst book I think I've ever read. Graphic novel wise. Well, not worst, because we all know how I felt about that poetry book last year. Like, let us talk about that for a moment. But it was Bitch Planet by DeConnick and Delandro. Are you woman enough to survive? Bitch Planet Volume 1, Extraordinary Machine. I don't know if you can... I don't know if you can see it, but I'll leave a link to it so you can read the description, because all I know about this book is it was something about a planet filled with women as a prison, and just, I'm so fucking confused. I'm debating on picking up the second one because I just don't know. It was one of those that I'm like, I don't think I'll be wasting my time. I don't know any of the characters' motivations. I don't know anything about the characters. I don't know nothing about the plot. All I know is a bunch of men threw women on an island, on a fucking planet in space. And that's all I'm going to spend time talking about it. Next, I followed it up with a pre-order I got this year. And that is Fence Volume 2. And LGBT... Oh, this is by C.S. Pacat, Joanna the Mad, and Joanna La Fuente. And this is LGBT plus fencing. And I'll be pre-ordering the third one. Obviously, 5 out of 5 stars. The artwork is to die for. Just, yes. Everything, yes. Next was another 5-star read. Yes, I read quite a bit of 5-star reads this month, and I'm so excited for this month. Ignore Bitch Planet. I read 7 books, and I think out of those 7 books was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 5-star reads, 1 2-star read, and a 4.5. So we're doing good. The next 5-star read is Slayer by Kristen White. Set in the Buffy universe with the world's last Slayer. Stat thing. It introduced Nina and her twin sister Artemis. And it brought back faces we remember. There was a quote in here that had me screaming. I can't really say much about this. If you don't know, if you have not seen all of the Buffy the Vampire Slayer, what are you doing? Go back and watch. I need to go back and read the graphic novels. And as I said in my haul video, I met her and got my books signed. I have 2 copies of this. One personalized to me, and this is the one that I read. And I'm thinking about giving it to a friend of mine so she can enjoy it too, to have a signed copy. But if you're obsessed with Buffy and all that other stuff, this just follows 2 months after the events at the end of season 7 and the end of season 5 of Angel, and just the stuff that ensues. It's really hard to describe this if you have not seen Buffy, and I don't want to give any spoilers away to that show. So if you have not seen Buffy, go watch Buffy, and then come back and read this book. 5 out of 5 stars. There was one quote. I'll go ahead and say it. 5 by 5. If you know what 5 by 5 means, you'll understand why I flipped out when a character said that. Because everything is 5 by 5. 5 stars! And next, I continued on with the Shadowhunters universe, because I'm now in the middle of the Infernal Devices, and then I'll go back to the Shadowhunters, the Mortal Instruments, and then I'll carry on and go from there. I'm trying to do at least 2 a month. to try to get caught up before the next one. But I read Clockwork Angel, the first in the Infernal Devices series, and this was 4.5 out of 5 stars. And this one was just amazing. And if you don't know anything about the Infernal Devices follow Tessa Gray as she goes to meet her brother in Victorian England. And she has a special gift that comes in handy. She can say, she takes your phone, because it's your favorite thing in the world, and she can morph into you and hear your thoughts and everything and act just like you. It's beyond amazing. And she's trying to figure out what she is, and she got saved by shadow hunters, Will and Jim, who are just precious. Totally team Will, but I love Jim as well. It's like I want her with both of them. It's like really weird. And then I actually tabbed my first Cassandra Clare novel. I want to read the quote from this one, and I'm going to read you the quote from the other one that I tabbed to, because they don't give anything away from the story, but I want you to understand why I love these books so much. One must always be careful of books and what is inside them, for words have the power to change us. Only the very weak-minded refuse to be influenced by literature and poetry. So, book lover, that quote hit home. So, 4.5 out of 5 stars. It wasn't quite, like, I had a little bit at the beginning. Now I'm getting up to page 87, because it was, like, the setup, and it was, like, my mindset, because of depression, and yada yada. Don't ask! Sorry for this being such a mess! The next one I read, which was another graphic novel, 5 out of 5 stars, and I immediately pre-ordered the second one. Cannot wait for it to come in next month. But that is Jughead, The Hunger. This is pretty much Riverdale meets Teen Wolf in the best possible way. Jughead is a werewolf. Betty Cooper's a werewolf hunter. Like, it travels just I can't say much because it's a graphic novel and it's really short. And anything I say will, like, really, like, honestly, like, give away details. But I will state, it's not like the Teen Wolf werewolves. This is more like, anyone remember the 90s film? I'm trying to find a perfect image of the werewolf. Anyone remember the 90s film Cursed? Where the werewolves are evil and, like, run by animalistic nature? We can just say Jughead turns into a very vicious werewolf. Like, can we talk about this artwork? Is stunning. And it also had a preview in the back. Well, not quite a preview, but it had the first issue of Vampironica, which is pretty much, she's a vampire and she hunts down vampires. Can we say Blade? I would give the first issue like a 3 because it still left me wanting more. It's like one of those that I'm like, I'm not fulfilled, which is why I don't like reading comics, but I like reading the bind-up graphic novels because I get more of the story arc and I enjoy it more, if that makes sense. But yeah, 5 out of 5 stars. Everyone should read this. If you like what they did with The Chilling Adventures of Sabrina Spellman, you will really like Jughead the Hunger. And the last book I read this month for January is Clockwork Prince. Clockwork Prince had me bawling. It's the continuation of Clockwork Angel. Can't really say much on this, but I did tab a quote at the end, which I do want to read, because everyone's been asking me, like, why do you read? What do books mean to you? As someone who has attempted suicide on multiple occasions, I won't get into those details, and I have my tattoo here. I don't know if you can see, because the angle of my arm, it says Survivor with a semicolon. I had to place it a really weird thing because it's mainly for me to see, not for others. But this quote, like these lines, just hit home for me in a way that no book has ever hit home. So I really want to read them to you. It doesn't deter from the book or nothing because just they're powerful words. We live and breathe words. It was books that kept me from taking my own life after I thought I could never love anyone, never be loved by anyone again. It was books that made me feel that perhaps I was not completely alone. They could be honest with me, and I with them. And I'm about to tear up just hearing those words, but it hit me home in a way that I think I needed, because it pulled me out, like, this book pulled me out of my depression that I was seeping back into, which I love when books do that. And those words basically gave me another New Year's resolution of starting in February. Technically today's February 2nd when I'm filming this. I don't know when this video is going up, but whatever! Because I'm trash! And I got too much crap going on in my life. My New Year's resolution from now on is to think more positive and go every day being more positive. And I'm going to use my books to ground me in the sense of being there and being positive in myself, if that makes sense. So, yes, 5 out of 5 stars. Highly recommend. That is my January wrap up. Now let's go into my February currently reading, which I'm currently reading one book. I'm going to read the next one, and you're also going to see in this month a Contemporary-thon TBR, which I'll post closer to the dates of Contemporary-thon. And I'm going to pull a couple of series out of the series jar because I want to at least attempt to read the first book in a series. That way I could start going through my multiple series that I have throughout this entire house and just start getting to them and deciding, is this a series that I want to keep? Is this something that is going to bring me joy? Am I enjoying this first book? If I'm not, I'm DNFing the whole series and it's going into my unhaul box. I am being very, very serious about it and like locking heads and blah blah blah. It doesn't mean I'm never going to pick up the series again. It's just my TBR is like 200 plus books. So I did an unhaul video. I've already gotten rid of those, and y'all will see that unhaul video. I don't know if that went up before this or after this. So I don't know how I'm going to do these videos yet. But let's get into currently reading. I am currently almost halfway through. I'm like 3 pages away from halfway of Clockwork Princess to finish up the Infernal Devices. And I want to continue on with the next book in the Shadowhunters series, the City of Fallen Angels. Yes. And I'm going to try to read City of Fallen Angels this month too. I'm trying to do 2 Shadowhunter books a month for the rest of the year because we got 3 new coming out and blah blah blah. And I just kind of want to get through all of Cassandra Clare. Then I'm going to try either Sarah J. Maas or Lee Bardugo and start going through their books, if that makes sense. But yeah, I'm currently through there. I am now part of a book club on Instagram, which my Instagram links and stuff are down below, which is called the Back of the Bookshelf Book Club, where there are like, I want to say 20 plus of us in this group. Nikki from I Read Past My Bedtime started this book club, and our first book for the year, starting in February, is The Poppy War. All I know about The Poppy War is it's about a girl who goes to this academy to learn magic. War breaks out, and I've heard this is a really brutal and violent... Oh, this is by R.F. Kuang, by the way. Very violent, brutal, like, adult fantasy, and I've been really wanting to check it out. And I got the audiobook for it as well, because this is a library copy. And it's due back Monday, so I need to finish Clockwork Princess and finish this before I have to turn it in. We're reading like so many chapters a week. I think it's 7 chapters a week. So if you want to follow along with us, pick up the Poppy War, and yeah, it should be fun. So the only 2 outside of Contemporary Thought I'm going to guarantee getting done are Clockwork Princess and Poppy War, and hopefully City of Fallen Angels. I didn't even think about grabbing that to bring it up here. But I have my little jar here filled to the brim with every series that I own that has like that I own multiple books in. And I'm going to draw 3 out of here. So you're going to see me disappear from frames and stuff, because I've got some over here, some over there, some over there, some up there, and yada yada. Draw 3, and I'm going to attempt to at least read the first one in one of these this month. Because I know it's like a short month, and I don't want to put too much pressure on me, because there are some other books I would like to get to, like A Curse of Dark and Lonely, and a few others. Like, I want to do some, like, romances thrown in this month, and some Beauty and the Beast retellings. Okay, let us start with this one. Big. Ooh, I don't have the full series of these. Ooh. Hold on 1 second. I'm gonna see this fat boy move. God damn bed. You. Where did I put it? Ooh. The first one I drew was the Everlife series by Gina Showalter. The first one is First Life. Doesn't that cover make you think like Freeform, back when it was like ABC Family? A friend of mine bought me this for Christmas 2 years ago, and I know absolutely nothing about it. The only thing I know about it is after you die, there are 2 societies. One is named one's Myriad and Troika, and yeah. And there's like some mixed media in here from like letters sent, emails sent from each other. But yeah, that is the first series that I'm gonna maybe attempt. We'll see. That one, not quite as high on my priority list. I'm already not liking these TBR jars. Let us go with this one. Please be over here. Akata Witch! Yes! Perfect month for this one, actually. Because it is Black History Month, and they're doing Blackathon this month. So this is actually a perfect one to draw for this month. And I've been really in the mood for witch books. I drew Akata Witches series, which is only a duology, Akata Witch and Akata Warrior. I literally only got them because of the word witch. They're by Nadine Okorafor, and I know they take place in Africa. As you can tell, I like to go into a lot of my books blind. It's set in Nigeria, but she was born in New York. She's an albino African. Serial killers, abilities, I don't know. I've actually been very interested in this because a lot of people enjoy it, and I literally only got it for the word witch, and I like to go into it blind, so this is a really good pick for this month. Go Jar! Pulling out the diverse fantasy. And the last one I'm going to draw. Yes, I know last month I didn't do so good because I drew 3 Stephen Kings and didn't read a single one of them. But I decided I'm going to wait till I'm in the mood for a Stephen King and then draw. Ooh. I'm gonna do this and throw this one back in because no. I actually have an idea for that one, and yeah. We're gonna do a different one. I have to like be in the mood for a sci-fi, and that was a sci-fi, and I don't wanna. Yeah. Yeah. It's one of the few sci-fis I own. Ooh, this was a chunker. Hold on. But it's by one of my favorite authors. Damn it. Why are all the books I need way over here? Oh my god. I am a hot mess, guys. Sorry about that. I didn't think about filming over here and all the books being over there. The next one I drew was Tales of a New World by PC Cast, which I own all three. But as you tell, they're chunker. The first one is The Moon Chosen. All I know is shiny covers and PC Cast. Mari is an Earthwalker. Her unique healing power. She's heir to the unique healing powers of her clan. It is not until Nike, the son of the leader of a rival dominating tribe, strays from the past, that Mara experiences something she has never felt before. Now evil is coming, and with it, a force more terrible and destructive than the world has ever seen. Leaving Mari to cast the shadows from the earth by breaking clan law, forming alliance with Nike. She must... Okay, I know this is a different angle, but my camera died earlier, so I'm just going to go reiterate. These are the three books over here that I drew. Caught a Witch, First Life, and PC Cast. Remember, kids, reading is what? Fundamental. Till next time, bye.